Dev.
Dev.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Hari Om. Good evening, one and all. I am Devnarayan of 8C. We are gathered here for the second series of student empowerment. So I would like to start today's program with a prayer.
എങ്ങുമെങ്ങും നിറയും വെളിച്ചമേ എൻ കരള് കുടിയിരിക്കണമേ എന്റെ പാദമിടരാതിരിക്കുവാൻ ഇന്നും എന്നെ കൃപ ചൊരിയണമേ ഉള്ളിലൂറുന്ന പുഞ്ചിരി നീയല്ലോ പുസ്തകം തരും ജ്ഞാനവും നീയല്ലോ കൊയ്ത്തുപാടവും പൂമണി മേടയും തുല്യമായി തരും ശക്തിയും നീയല്ലോ നല്ല ചിന്തയായി എൻ്റെ മനസ്സിലും നല്ല ഭാഷയായി നാവിൻ്റെ തുമ്പിലും നല്ല ചെയ്തിയായി എൻ്റെ കരത്തിലും നന്മയായി നീ കടന്നിരിക്കണമേ നന്മയായി നീ കടന്നിരിക്കണമേ.
Now I invite Bhavana Sunal for welcome speech.
Hari Om, I'm extremely overwhelmed to get this opportunity to address you all on this webinar session on Hiroshima Day. Every positive value has its rise in negative terms. The genius of Einstein leads to Hiroshima. This is a famous quote by Pablo Picasso. I cordially and respectfully welcome our chief guest, Kumari Shreya Mahesh, who hardly needs any introduction. She is a National Science Olympiad second level qualifier. She secured first on district level Geeta chanting competition and also third position on state level Geeta chanting. She is a second position holder on Cosmic Maths national level PowerPoint presentation. It's really an honor to welcome our chief guest and my dear friend Kumari Shreya Mahesh to this session. I extend an affable welcome to you, Shreya. One tree can start a forest. One word can frame a goal. One candle can wipe out darkness. A true leader has a confidence to stand alone. Srimati Lalita ma'am to this session. Also, I welcome our Vice Principal, Srimati Smita Bose ma'am to this session. Now, I would like to invite our beloved teachers who chisel and shape our lives and make us to be a good citizen of this society. Hard work brings out the best in us, teacher. I welcome you, dear teacher, with our grateful heart. Children are the world's most valuable resource and its best hope for the future. Yes, dear friends, you are the gifts of God, precious pearls of the society, and building blocks of strong nation. A very friendly and a lovable welcome to you, dear friends. Last but not the least, I would like to welcome you all once again to this webinar session. Thank you.
Thank you, Bhavana. It's time to welcome the speaker of the day, Shreya Mahesh of 9C.
Yes, please wait. I think you all can see the screen, right?
Yes.
Yes, okay. Yes. Hari Om. Pranams to Gurudev. Let's start the webinar. So, very good evening, everyone. I'm Shreya Maheshwar. I heartily welcome each one of you to this webinar. Let's start the webinar with a powerful quote. The quote says that, I believe that it is impossible to end hatred with hatred. This is a motivational quote by Mahatma Gandhi, the father of our nation. Let's expand this quote. There can be some hatred between any two groups or any two people. It can lead to wars. But what can wars do? Wars can only increase the hatred. It's not a solution. So why are we fighting with each other? It's of no use. Then everyone mute each other.
അമ്മയ്ക്ക് ഇനിയും കൊടുക്കേണ്ടി വരൂലേ? അപ്പൊ ഒരെണ്ണം കൊടുക്കാം.
Everyone,
Dear
please.
participants, please mute your mic.
Yes. So why are we fighting with each other? Wars are of no use. So we should avoid wars. We should maintain a peaceful surrounding. This is the topic of this webinar, that is universal harmony and peace. These are some of the things that we will be dealing with today. That is, what caused Hiroshima and Nagasaki bombing? What can wars do? How can we avoid wars? And at last, the super interesting session of this webinar is the quiz. So without any further delay, let's move on. First of all, we are going to move on to the session, that is history of Hiroshima bombing. Why are we observing August 6th as Hiroshima Day? Let's find out the reason. First, we are going to look about what are these atomic bombs. The atom bombs were first invented by Robert Oppenheimer. He is known as the father of atom bombs. The principle behind atomic bombs, that is nuclear fission. You will learn about nuclear fission in higher grades. Nuclear fission is used in nuclear reactors. What are nuclear reactors? They are some devices that work upon nuclear fission. It's very useful as it generates heat and electricity, such a productive use. This nuclear fission helps in different areas, such as it helps in agricultural sector. That is, farmers use it to kill the pests that would destroy their crops. It also helps in water desalination. What is water desalination? It's a process of removing impurities and minerals present in saline water to convert it in a pure form in which we can drink that water. But every positive value has its price in negative terms. Nuclear fission was initially used for good purposes alone, but after that, they were used in a negative way in the form of atomic bombs. Atomic bombs, we all know that it is used for explosive purposes. It's not a good use. After some time, nuclear fission was made use to invent these atomic bombs. So now we know that nuclear fission is a friend. It helps us a lot. So nuclear fission is a friend. So we will draw a happy face to him. Smiling face. Yes. Here on, we are going to move on to the demerits of nuclear fission, that is in the form of atomic bombs. Anything can have merits and demerits. Anything, it can be a person, a substance. It can have demerits and merits, pros and cons, advantages and disadvantages. Now we discussed about the merits of nuclear fission. Yes, all these Hiroshima bomb dropping, Nagasaki bomb dropping, all these took place in the Second World War. Atomic bombs were used during the Second World War. They were used as nuclear weapons. 30 nations participated in this war. And do you know who is the major cause of this Second World War? I will give you some clues. He is a powerful dictator of Germany, and he somewhat looked like Charlie Chaplin. Do you know that? Any guess?
Hitler.
Yes, he is Mr. Adolf Hitler. We don't like him as he created so many wars. So we will draw an angry face to him. We don't like him, right? We don't like him. Yes. USA dropped the atomic bomb in Japan. For what? To make Japan surrender on the war. At last, in the Second World War, USA and Japan were continuously fighting. And in order to make Japan surrender on the war, USA dropped atomic bomb in Japan. There are so many other reasons. Some say that USA needed to convince other nations that USA is very powerful. It's very developed in nuclear technology. For that also, USA dropped atomic bomb in Japan. In this session, we are sticking on to the reason that for a speedy end to the war, USA used atomic bombs in Japan. So USA made plans. Shoo, we want to drop little boy in Hiroshima on August 6th. So that Japan would give up in this war. They would say that we are not going to fight anymore. We are giving up. They thought like that. But what happened? Japan didn't give up. USA dropped Little Boy in Hiroshima. Little Boy is the name for that atomic bomb, and it was dropped in August 6th. But Japan didn't give up. We will manage, but we are not going to give up. We will continue to fight. Their mentality was like that. It's not really good. Oh, so you are not going to give up, right? So what we will do, we will drop another atomic bomb in Nagasaki. So what happened? USA dropped within a 3 days gap. USA dropped another atomic bomb named Fat Man in Nagasaki. Right? You can relate both the names, that is Little Boy and Fat Man. Fat Man was dropped in Nagasaki on August 9th. They chose these two cities because they are the iconic cities of Japan. The bombings effectively ended the Second World War by bringing about the surrender of Japan, but at a terrible price. After the second atomic bomb dropping, Japan surrendered. Oh, they give up. We are not going to fight anymore. We are giving up. We are stopping it here. But at a terrible price. It caused so many destructions in Japan. The aftermath. That is, we are not now going to discuss about the after effects of this atomic bomb dropping. It is not a good way of resolving a war, right? Dropping an atomic bomb and resolving a war is not a good way. They can go for a peaceful talk, but they didn't go for that. They only dropped an atomic bomb, which caused so many destructions. Now, let's look at the after effects of this atomic bomb drop. The immediate effects were devastating. In Hiroshima, an estimated 140,000 people were dead. A single bomb killed 1/3 of the population. It wiped 70% of the cities. So pathetic situation. While hearing this, we are so sad, right? Yes. So sad. So what happened? In Hiroshima, an estimated 1 lakh people were dead. It's so devastating, right? Yes, these two pictures shows the before and after conditions of Hiroshima. Yes, here we can see the before condition of Hiroshima. Before the atomic bomb dropping, it was like this. So many people were there, so many buildings are there. But look at that after condition. All these buildings and houses broken down into small pieces. Can you imagine that? So pitiful. It caused so many devastating effects and also caused injury to human life. Right? Yes. Now we are going to look at the effects of these atomic bomb droppings in Nagasaki. In Nagasaki, a further 74,000 people were killed. In the years that followed, many of the survivors faced leukemia, cancer, and long-term radiation effects. In Nagasaki, a further 74,000 people were killed. Some people were killed, but some still survived. Were they really fortunate? No, we cannot say like that, as they were suffering from dreadful diseases like leukemia and cancer. And still, there are long-term radiation effects in those areas, that Hiroshima and Nagasaki. The survivors of the bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki are called the Hibakushas. So they are called with a special term called Hibakusha. Now, we are going to look about the story of such a Hibakusha named Sadako Sasaki. Sadako was 2 years when Little Boy hit Hiroshima on August 6th. Her family was close to the location where that atomic bomb was dropped. But fortunately, their family wasn't injured at all, although her neighbors were injured. But that after effects were seen when she was in 7th grade. One day, she became so dizzy and fell down. Her parents took her to a hospital, and there they found out that she was suffering from leukemia. At that time, this leukemia is called as a bomb disease, as it was a disease brought by the atomic bomb dropping in Hiroshima. When she was hospitalized, her friend Shizuko came to visit her. Shizuko brought some origami and told Sadako a legend. Origami is paper that is used for making crafts. So she said something that if a sick person folds 1,000 paper cranes, then that person would soon get well. So Sadako also decided, yes, I will also fold 1000 paper cranes so that I will also soon get well, right? Sadako kept folding cranes even in great pain. Although Sadako knew she won't survive, she folded well over 1000 cranes. On 25th October 1955, she died. All her friends and teachers were disappointed because of her death. So what did they do? They collected some funds from schools and offices and built a monument in her honor. And it was inaugurated on May 5th, 1958. It is now known as the Children's Peace Monument. It's located in Hiroshima Peace Park, which is close to the spot where the atomic bomb was dropped. This is the Hiroshima Peace Park, and you can see here, let me take that. Yes, it's Children's Peace Monument. Okay. Now, this is the most important session of this webinar, that is ways to avoid wars. We know that all these disadvantages of wars, that wars are not good for us. It can cause many devastating effects. It destroyed so many things, right? It caused loss in human life and property. So we don't need wars. So how can we avoid that wars? That we are going to look in this session. And do you know one thing? Even though Japan was severely affected by this atomic bomb dropping, Japan is the third largest economy of the world. How did Japan attain this position? Because of sheer determination and hard work. You should work hard and you can attain any position in this world. So we are now very happy that we can avoid wars. We will get to know about so many ways to avoid wars. So we are happy. Yes. Let's move on. The UN was created after the Second World War with leading efforts by the United States and key allies. United States, you all know, USA. And key allies is a group formed by some nations. It included France, Russia, China, etc. So they both came together to form an organization called UN or United Nations. For what purpose? No world war should take place after it. This was their aim. The UN was set up to preserve peace through international cooperation. For this, UN was set up. As a future citizen, we could deliver speeches about the disadvantages of wars. There are so many social networking websites available nowadays. We know that wars are not good for us, so we can spread our opinions and our views to the public using these social networking websites. It can reach to any part of the world within seconds. So why don't we use these websites in a good manner? Let's spread the ideas. Let's spread the ideas through these websites. According to our Indian culture, we believe in Vasudhaiva Kudumbakam. Do you know what is Vasudhaiva Kudumbakam mean? The whole world is one family. Everyone are equal. No differences at all. Differences leads to conflict. So if there are no, please mute. If there are no differences, no wars take place. Differences leads to conflicts. So if all the people are equal, then no wars take place. No one is smaller than you. No one is bigger than you. No inferior or superior. All are equal. So no wars will take place. Loga samasta sukhino bhavantu. Let the entire world be happy. Reading biographies of great leaders who emphasized on peace will motivate us to live without any wars. For example, The Story of My Experiments with Truth by Mahatma Gandhi. A powerful, motivational autobiography of Mahatma Gandhi. That is The Story of My Experiments with Truth. It emphasizes us to choose the right path. Choose a path of non-violence. We do not need any wars. It emphasizes us or it motivates us to live in a path of right. We should live in a world where no wars will take place. That's the good. Okay, so we know that there are so many leaders who born in our country who emphasized on peace. The most great example is Mahatma Gandhi. So proud to be an Indian. We should maintain a patriotism in our minds, right? Yes. So be happy and be proud to be an Indian. That's the main thing. Yes. So we should choose the path of non-violence, not the path of wars. It will lead to in a wrong path. As a citizen, we should spread the ideas of universal harmony and peace. That's all about this webinar. Universal harmony and peace. We should maintain a peaceful surrounding, right? We should spread this peaceful surrounding throughout the world. No war will take place. We should spread the ideas that everyone are equal, no differences at all. So no war will take place. We should spread these ideas. Be friendly to everyone. Don't hate each other. Be prepared to forgive. This is an act of courage. It's the most important thing that we can do as children. Be prepared to forgive. Forgive each other. Don't think that we will become inferior to them if we forgive. No, this is the correct act of courage. Even if you believe that the other side don't deserve forgiveness, you deserve peace. Okay, so the other side can be wrong and you can be the right, but we should forgive each other. By not being power hungry, we can avoid wars. What do you mean by this power hungry? Power hungry is a strong desire to acquire all the powers in one hand, right? Like Adolf Hitler. He had a strong desire to acquire all the powers, to conquer all the countries or all the nations. But what was the ending? It was not a happy ending, right? It was not a happy ending. So we should be humble when we get some powers, not be in a greedy manner. We will not be like this. Some people will become greedy if they get some power and they wanted to acquire all the powers. But we will not be like that, as we are good children. Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Yes, Shreya, we can hear.
Yes.
Okay, due to power failure, I am not able to switch on my video. Sorry. Okay. Now I will share. Okay. By not being power hungry, we can avoid wars. So some people can become greedy when they get some powers, but we will not be like that. We are good children and we are studying in Chinmaya Vidyalaya Naruvamur, and we will not be like that. But there are some people who will become greedy, but don't be greedy. We should be humble when we get some powers. The most great example of this is Adolf Hitler himself, right? So we don't like him. We will draw an angry face. Yes. And what was the ending? What was the ending? He committed suicide himself. That's not a happy ending. So we should not be greedy. That's the right path. Okay. Now is the most super interesting session of this webinar, that is the quiz. This is the time for the quiz that I will share you a link in the chat box. You can click on that link. I will give 1 to 2 minutes so that you can join in it. Okay, so I will stop share and you will get the questions. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Share that.
Yes.
Okay. I'm pausing this recording for. Okay, let me share that. Okay. I think you all can see it. Yes, the correct answer is Hibakusha. I'm going to move to the next question. Yes, where is Children's Peace Monument located? Time's up. Yes, let's look at the leaderboard. Anjali is, Bhavana Sanal, Rajashree, Amitas Kumar, Sindhu is. Very good. The correct answer is Hiroshima Peace Park. Next question. Yes, which country dropped atomic bombs in Japan? Yes, time's up. Let's look at the leaderboard. Anjali is, Bhavana Sanal, Rajashree, Amitas Kumar. Okay, very good. USA is the correct answer. Let's move to the next question. Next question. On your screen, who is the father of atom bombs? Yes, time's up. Let's look at the leaderboard. Anjali is, Bhavana Sanal, Amitas Kumar, Devashri Arun, Sindhu is. Yes, the correct answer is Robert Oppenheimer. Now let's move to the last question. Yes. The last question on your screen. When was the Children's Peace Monument built? I think it's a tough question. Don't be in a hurry. Yes, time's up. Let's look at the final leaderboard. Bhavana Sanal, Anjali is, Devash, Sindhu. Okay, very good. May 5, 1958 is the answer. Yes, it's the last question. So let's look at the final leaderboard. Who is on the top? It's generating. Please wait. Yes, it's coming. Yes. First position goes to Bhavana Sanal. Then I think it's went, wait. Okay, the first position goes to Bhavana Sanal. Very good. Let me stop share that. I hope you find it interesting, right?
Yes.
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 Yes, okay. Please wait.
Yes.
Okay.
Dear children, please use your chat box for the answers.
Yes. Oh, wait. Yes, I'm so happy that all got the right answers. Yes, I'm so happy. So I'm very happy. Yes. I wanted to give you some gifts. Okay. Let me draw that. As you already participated it in a very beautiful way. All got the right answers. That means you listen to me carefully, right? So 2 ice creams for everyone. Okay. Thank you. Proud of you guys. Proud. So thank you. I consider it as a golden opportunity for taking a webinar session for you all. I hope you find it interesting. So thank you for listening to me this much patiently and carefully. Thank you.
Thank you, Shreya, for a wonderful session. Now, I welcome our respected principal, Lalitambika ma'am, to share some words about today's event.
Hari Om, dear children, Hari Om, dear
Hari Om,
teachers, dear children, and Shreya. Excellent presentation, dear Shreya. Excellent. And others who are listening here, dear children, do you feel that you also wish to present such webinars like this? Yes, hearing this Shreya's presentation. Eh? How was the presentation?
Super, ma'am.
Super, ma'am.
Yes, see. So this is everyone who are attending this webinar. You all can do like this. I really appreciate Shreya. Excellent presentation and the work you did behind this. The way you presented the matter, harmony and peace. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm not touching that webinar content, but I really appreciate you for the way you use this technology in each and every slide. See the quiz at last, the quiz and appreciation, the prices announcing the prices. And when each when each matter comes, representing the feelings, expressions like smiley, angry, and happy, and at last everyone who participated here got 2 ice creams. Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Really wonderful, Shreya. The children who are listening here, please, children, you all can shine like this. You all can do. So bring out your talents, like you find out your talents. So you have time, because this webinar continues. Next month also, you will be having a webinar from one of your friends, your schoolmates, maybe from different sessions, senior secondary or secondary, I don't know. So next department will be announced by your teachers. Anyway, I take this opportunity to appreciate the presenter, Shreya Mahesh, for making this session an excellent, informative, and inspiring one. Because
Thank you, ma'am.
really, yes. Then and you, because this, the way you presented really inspires the students like you. Okay, and a very good message Shreya mentioned in the last slide of this webinar. We should spread happiness, we should spread harmony everywhere, and we, the students, and you, the students, you, the youth, can do that, so that there comes no war. No war in the sense, war is just only fighting like a war between 2 countries, or fighting bomb blasting. That is not only a war, just a small quarreling among the friends, between the siblings, what are all happening inside our family members, irritation, these are all comes under a small part of a war. So from our family, we have to start that. That is the message that is from this webinar. Spreading harmony. You youth can do it. Okay, spread it. Vasudhaiva Kudumbakam. So if we have that feeling, that comes, we are able to. Okay, children. So thank you, Shreya. And I really appreciate the teachers who motivated the students to present webinars like this. Thank you so much. Hari Om.
Thank you, ma'am. I would like to welcome our respected Vice Principal, Smita Bose ma'am, to share some words about today's session.
Hari Om, everyone. So today,
Hari Om,
this-
ma'am.
Hari
Hari Om,
okay.
ma'am.
Hari Om, Hari Om,
Hari Om, ma'am.
Okay, okay.
Hari Om, ma'am.
Okay, Hari Om. And this is the second session of the Student Empowerment Program. And the presenter is Shreya Mahesh with the topic Universal Harmony and Peace. So what I have to say in one word, that is, your presentation is fully power-packed. See the faces of the persons present here, your friends, all are smiling. What it means? That means that everybody accepted your presentation. Understand? So you pave way a great insight into the after effects of war. As principal said that it is not just war between countries, there is war inside us. Understand? So children, through this presentation, what message did you get? My dear children, what message you got from this presentation about war? Say, Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om, but no answer here. Yes, what message you got? Okay, okay, that is one part, but the main
We
thing.
should spread harmony everywhere.
Yes, very good. See the approach. Your approach should be friendly. Your attitude must be universal. So there will be no room for war. Understand? So consider every people as your brother and sister. See, countries waging war. What is the use of it? What is the use of this war? Utter futility. It is a camouflage. It is a disguise. See the soldiers fighting each other from different countries. They don't know each other. So what is the use of this war? It is distraction. It is human loss. It is loss of time. See, so what is good enough here? What is good enough instead of war? Peace and harmony. How can we bring peace and harmony? Within you, because you're going to rule the world in future. So keep in mind all these things, the futility of war, the after effects of war. Understand? So a very good message passed by Shreya on this Hiroshima Day. See, a good thing is brought out and it is used in a negative term, isn't it? That bomb, it is used for a good purpose. But see how people used it in a negative terms, in a negative sense. So take everything positively. Be happy always. So there is no room for war. Okay. And also Shreya's presentation, your quiz. And that quiz, I think that made students interesting. It is a great term. Understand? Okay. So, and also in each slide, you're drawing a figure, a face. It's like emoji. So apt to that situation, you came up with different figures. That is very good. And the use of technology, everything else is superb. Okay, congratulations. See, children, this is an inspiration for you. You can also try. You can come up with different topics like this. There is a variety. There must be a variety in your presentation. Okay, congrats, Shreya, and appreciation to the teachers who are behind this. Okay, so expecting what? Good presentation hereafter. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thanks, ma'am. Now, I welcome Aishwarya for vote of thanks. Aishwarya, please.
Hari Om.
It's my pleasure to appreciate our speaker of the day, Shreya Mahesh of class 9C. Today, she amazed us by presenting a speech about the topic, universal harmony and peace, and she did a great job. So I would like to thank Shreya for her wonderful session. I would also like to thank our beloved principal ma'am, vice principal ma'am, teachers, and my dear friends who have assembled here. Thank you, everyone.
Thanks, Aishwarya.